let's get into the latest drama around Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. So you're probably looking at this title seeing Aaron Rodgers going to retire. Wait a minute, Mitch. What did I stumble across this morning? Don't worry. Just sit with me. Hang tight. This idea was brought up by Pro Football Talk Mike Florio, essentially saying if Aaron Rodgers plans to skip mandatory minicamp and plans to get fined, maybe he should just retire from the NFL, and then once minicamp is over, he would just come back. It's kind of an interesting idea. So retirement, it's going to give him greater flexibility to be able to figure out what he wants to do. It's going to be lower financial penalty than just simply holding out. And this is a really interesting conversation because it's not too often you see somebody come off an MVP caliber year where the numbers, they speak for themselves. And I get the fact that he's getting up there in age. The other part about Aaron Rodgers is this. This man has always done what he wants to do, and I believe that he is going to continue to do what he wants to do. So here's some of the NFL rules that Florio goes into, talking about a little bit. The daily fine is $50,000 for missing training camp. If I got fined $50,000 for not showing up to work, I'd be here literally every single day. Luckily for Rodgers, though, he's got enough money in the bank. But for players who aren't operating under a rookie deal, the fines can't be waived. So sometimes you see some of these guys sit out, like a Josh Allen, for example, and then the team would probably just end up waiving that one. But if Rodgers skips training camp, that's going to be up to $2 million. Now, here's the reason that Florio basically went into why Rodgers should retire this upcoming offseason. So it would make more sense for Rodgers to simply retire on the eve of camp then fail to report. If he's planning to stay away for all of camp and beyond, hold out or retire fall of 2021, he loses his $14.7 million salary. Hold out or retire for all of 2021, he loses his $6.8 million roster bonus. Hold out or retire for all of 2021, the Packers would be able to pursue $11.5 million in unearned signing bonuses. Retirement, however, would void the fines for missing training camp. So if you're simply saying, hey, I can void all of those fines if I just retire and then come back, I'll tell you what, man, it's a pretty interesting idea, and usually Florio just throws shit at the wall and see if it sticks. I think this one's kind of interesting and it might stick. So what do y'all think here? Should Rodgers retire and then return? I want you to type Y for yes, or I want you to type N for no. My point is, sure. If I'm Rodgers and I'm his team, sure, why not? You can return whenever. If I know I can save money and really stick it to Green Bay because that seems like what Rodgers and his team is trying to do, then you go ahead and do it. I'll also go ahead and say this. As a football fan, as somebody that likes to, cover this literally every day at work, it'd be pretty lame on Rodgers' part, wouldn't it? Imagine if players then start retiring when they don't want to go to practice and then come back. As far as I'm concerned, if you retire, you should no longer be a part of that NFL team because we still have all this Andrew Luck conversation, all this Calvin Johnson conversation. If Aaron Rodgers retires, all I'm saying is that would be pretty damn lame. But be honest here. What do you guys think? Should Rodgers – with all this drama going on around Aaron – do you think that he is dividing up the fans? Because there's a fun little quote out there from, I believe it was the CEO or the GM, or the president of the Green Bay Packers, It says, he's dividing up the fans. What do y'all think? 1 for yes, or I want you to type 2 for no. He definitely is dividing up the fans. However, this is never something that should be said. If your star player, who you know is not happy with you, you shouldn't really say anything negative about him, especially just come out and say that, yeah, this man is dividing up our fan base. And for the Packers, they do have one of the better fan bases in the league. But at the end of the day, that's not something that you guys should ultimately bring up. If you have any other questions whatsoever, don't be afraid to throw them down in the comments.